do it.
Damien, welcome to the show. Thanks for being with us on Remembrance Day.
Thanks very much for having me. You know, I mean, it's obviously an important day. There's, in reflection of our service of post current serving and past serving members, there's a Minute to Remember initiative I'd just like everyone to be aware of, which is happening at 11 a.m. today, which if in this era of, you know, modern technology, I think having that sort of extra peace of mind to be able to switch your phone off and really pay the ultimate respect to what happened is an extremely important initiative to me and a lot of people who I'm good friends with. So,
what do you think about, for you, for someone who's been there, who's sacrificed a huge amount yourself, what do you think about personally on a day like today? Do you remember yourself being back out there? Do you think of your mates out there still? Do you think of the mates you've known who've fallen? What is it sort of, in your deepest soul, what makes you...
Well, I've had so much to do with families of the fallen. Like a load of stuff to do with, especially Ray and Pam Palmer, whose son worked on me. He's one of the reasons why I'm still here, so that's an extremely important one. And they're down at the War Memorial today for the unveiling of Cam Baird's name on the Wall of Remembrance. So that's definitely going to be, 59 of the seconds in that minute silence for me are going to mean. So, yeah, I mean, I think that'll pretty much be it. This one can be for Cam.
And Damien, where do you find the inspiration? Because you are such an extraordinary person, what you have done and what you continue to achieve, though.
I kind of feel in a strange way like I owe it to them. You know, there was some people did really amazing things at 11 o'clock at night, super high situation of duress to keep me here. You know, and I mean, days like this, part of me feels that little bit guilty over the fact that I'm still here. So I really have to make the most of every single second that I've got, and especially in honour and the memory of the 13 guys just our units lost. It's one of those that I feel like I owe them and their families.
You almost weren't here. Take us back to that night in 2009 when your vehicle was hit by a roadside bomb.
We were doing a job, like a very specific job in the Special Forces. There's intelligence-based targeting is what you're doing. We were doing a direct action, and during about, I think it was 11:30, something like that, my car was basically demolished by an improvised explosive device, and pretty much instantly taking my right leg, breaking both arms, damaged my left leg beyond repair.
Do you remember it? You remember?
No, I don't remember anything. There's 3 days, which are just a blank. So my memory of the event is basically coming from a collaboration of other people's stories.
So what happens when you wake up and someone tells you what's happened? How does it sink in? Are you able to process it, or does it seem like a dream, or what?
You don't know. I can vaguely remember seeing one person during the 3 days, and I asked him something that I thought was completely clear, like it was articulated well, and apparently all I did was gargle at him. You know, so that, yeah, it kind of tells you a bit of where the head was, I think, and it did hit hard, you know. It was kind of like getting punched, I think, by Mike Tyson. If he was the size of a dinosaur, that's sort of the amount of force that you've copped from it. So your head's really not in a spot where it's coherent enough to really process what's happened. I do remember the time back in North Shore Private Hospital. It was in intensive care, and my girlfriend at the time was there and one of her good friends, and I sat them down and sort of said, look, guys, I've just come to grips with the fact that this is actually happening. You know, and that was, yeah, I think it was just as heavy a moment for them as it was me, but you know, I mean, it's kind of an advantage. You know, you've always got something different. There's always a little challenge that happens throughout your day that you can use to sort of be consistently on this curve of uphill. You know, you kind of start from scratch.
And speaking, I mean, of challenges, you now want to be in the Paralympics.
Yeah, and at the start I wasn't really that keen. It was more about getting back moving, doing things that I love doing. Snowboarding fit that bill because I'd snowboarded and surfed before. So I love doing it, and it's just something that when I decided to go separate ways from the military, that was something that I thought, well, I got rung by my coach, he explained, you know, it's been accepted into the Paralympics. I'm like, that's great.
That's fabulous. You know? And look at you here going down one of the slopes.
Extraordinary.
Wow. So yeah, that's 2 years ago. But yeah,
that is
it's
just
faster
crazy.
now.
And Afghanistan's one thing, but you know, snowboarding down a hill.